Hi YouTubers. Have you all seen the violence and rioting taking place in London? You may have saw a blurb on the mainstream news channel about this, but they are not really covering this story in any detail, which prompted me to make this video. If this was taking place in Egypt, we would have received practically 24-hour coverage. Long story short, London is on fire and it's spreading. From what I'm finding online, this all started with a shooting of a young man who was carrying a firearm. Here's what I found on the shooting. Mark Duggan was carrying converted blank firing handgun when he was shot dead by a single police bullet. Mark Duggan was carrying a blank firing handgun converted to fire 5 live bullets when he was killed by a single gunshot to the chest, it was revealed today. The father of 4 was armed with the pistol converted to fire live bullets when he was shot by armed police officers. It was reported such a weapon is popular among London's drug gang members. Reports have claimed that Mr. Duggan did not open fire on police before he was shot dead at close range by a specialist firearm officer. At the opening of the inquest into his death, it was revealed that Mr. Duggan was killed by a single gunshot wound to the chest. He died last Thursday evening, 15 minutes after reportedly sending a text to his partner, Simone Wilson, saying, "The feds are following me." It was also revealed at Mr. Duggan's inquest that investigation into the 29-year-old's death may take up to 6 months. While the shooting is being investigated, the family may not receive any details of what happened to Mr. Duggan. Mr. Duggan's body was released for the family to prepare for the funeral. Mr. Duggan was shot dead by armed officers from Operation Trident in Ferry Lane, Tottenham, shortly after 6 p.m. on Thursday evening. His death sparked 3 nights of rioting, which began after a vigil outside Tottenham police station on Saturday evening. Okay, now check out what is happening now. Apparently the rioting has gotten way out of control.
Outnumbered and overstretched, the police resort to armoured vehicles to control rioters in Clapham Junction in southwest London as they looted shops and attacked property. It was the same story across many of London's boroughs. In Croydon, a furniture store stayed ablaze into the early hours of the morning. A family business of 5 generations destroyed, the plumes of smoke visible for miles. There was also a shooting in Croydon, leaving a man in serious condition in hospital. The trouble actually began in Hackney during the day, but clashes between police and rioters quickly spread. Some of the worst violence took place in Ealing, where hundreds of people came up against a small number of police. These pictures show the scale of the damage and just how big a task the clean-up operation's going to be. Police have arrested more than 334 people since Saturday, and more than 60 have been charged. The Prime Minister, David Cameron, flew back to Britain overnight to chair an emergency Cobra meeting, the government pledging to do all it can to bring those responsible for the violence to justice.